Excuse me. Hello, and we are
You're
live. Got my little
live.
Santa hat on.
And I am drinking a nice cup of tea.
Oh dear. So how is everybody? We are in the gear up to Christmas. You can see all our Baileys is ready to go. We've got the elf has got his little clothes going on there, and we are ready for Christmas.
We are indeed. So,
Oh, you come this way.
yeah,
Let me push it a bit more so you can actually see you.
okay.
How is everybody? Everyone good? We hope you are well. Welcome to the live. So, first of all, we must start off with an apology. We are sorry we weren't able to do the live on Friday. Kelly did do a live though on Saturday, didn't you, for a
I
very short
did.
period?
I did a very quick live because and then you saw my mum at the very end. She came in.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she did. So basically, on what you call it, on Friday, I was out, and you weren't feeling too well
No,
anyway.
I've had a really, without boring everybody, I've had a really bad cough, a really chesty cough. So I wasn't well at all. So
But it's only the cough that you've got, right?
it is, but I've not been feeling well. Also, on top of that, as well, I'm
Right.
feeling a bit run down. So the other thing is, of course, otherwise, if I'd have done the live, I'd have been doing this. So if we can, everybody, okay, I would have been doing that the entire time. So not something you players you want to hear.
That's what he's been doing the entire
Yeah,
time.
that's what I've been doing the entire time anyway. So, but I thought, but I'm okay, a little bit better now. I still got the cough, but I can actually do a live.
Mm.
So anyway, you were saying
So
the live.
yeah,
My
so
mom walked in, did she?
yeah, she did. So basically, on the Friday night, I went out with some friends. We're not going to do a long one tonight because you're still. I'm actually feeling quite tired. I've got to say. Um, but yeah. So
Your friends
yeah,
alive.
I went out on Friday night. Yeah, I'm getting brain fog. So we went out on Friday night, and we went to a restaurant called Cote. They're all over London. They're really quite a nice restaurant, but it's not like it's what I would call like a mid restaurant. So or no, it's not what I call a mid restaurant. I would say. I suppose it's a little bit like Prezzo or Zizi or one of those types
Hmm.
of restaurants. So affordable. They're one of the affordable restaurants, and I thought it's close to Christmas, and no one can really afford to splash out. Do you know what I mean? Um, so I wanted to choose a restaurant that had a set menu. Their set menu was £35. We didn't go for the set menu in the end. We just ordered off the a la carte and ordered our drinks. And the whole thing came to £40, including service charge. In fact, it was 39 something, including service charge, but we just rounded it up to £40, which I didn't think was too bad
Hmm.
for an a la carte menu. We had three courses and we had drinks, so I didn't think it was too bad.
No, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all.
Yeah, £40 each. Uh, but yeah, they do a week during the week set menu, and it's like something like £16, really reasonable menu.
Now, I'm not a big fan of Coach only because of the portion size. But I would have to say as well, for you get three courses, is it
Three
for
courses, yeah.
20 quid?
Yeah, under
Yeah,
£20.
so that's not bad.
Yeah,
I've got to say, not the world's biggest portion. So if you're like me and you have your massive appetite, maybe not for you. But
yeah.
it's if you have a regular, normal appetite, then it is right up your
I
street.
feel like Coat is good value for money. Yeah, if you've got a normal appetite, it's not. Yeah, if you've got a huge appetite, if you've got like buffet appetite, then obviously no restaurant other than a buffet is going to be okay. So, but if you've got a realistic appetite, then yeah,
Realistic.
it is a realistic. All right, what other than pizza? What
Sorry,
other restaurant?
this is going down. So my little restaurant review. We did do a little restaurant. We did do a buffet in the O2.
Yeah, but I didn't do filming.
No, but the restaurant is called Jimmy's World. It is an all-you-can-eat buffet, and that is 20,
£2.
22 pounds per
£22
person.
per
But that is
person.
all you can eat. And
Yeah.
I've got to say, now the food quality isn't the best, but you do get what you pay for. You for 22 quid, you can eat as much as you like. And
Yeah.
I did chow down. So it was a combination of you could have pizza, they had Indian, they had Greek, they had seafood parts, they had
That steak.
yeah, steak station, so you can go and have many steaks as you like. You do have to queue up for the steak station.
Yeah.
I will warn you of that, and the queues are quite big there. It is popular because it's very reasonable for the price. But if you are into the buffet, Jimmy's World at the O2, The queues are huge though, especially if you go at the weekend.
Yeah, it's very much like if you've been to like Cosmo or JRC buffet and all of that, you get lots of people that go because it's an all you can eat buffet. But for me, it's like, yeah,
Madame with her posh tastes.
it's not posh taste, it's
It's
just
posh.
quality of food is not, like, if quality food is not your priority and you want to go out and you want, it is packed. It's not like an intimate restaurant kind of vibe or anything like that. It's one of those places. It's a bit like if you're going to a fast food restaurant, so it's that noisy, loads of parties happening. So it's not like a sit down, let's have a conversation type. You're almost competing with the noise
Yeah,
element,
it is busy. I've got to
because
say,
it
it's
is
very, very
very
busy.
busy. But it isn't bad. It's not the worst buffet I've been to. And yeah, it's just a buffet. So if you do like buffets and you're into that sort of thing, I do recommend it. I do recommend it. If you are looking for quality over quantity, I would not recommend that. Jimmy's World.
There you go. So that's
Yeah.
our little review on Jimmy's World.
O2.
O2. O2. Go to the O2, that's where you find Jimmy's World.
And £22, not
Per
bad.
person, it's not too bad.
Not including drinks, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, that would be a must. That would be a steal if that included
Oh God,
drinks.
yeah.
£22 for food, including drinks. You would never get that.
Which one would you prefer, Ned's Buffet Feast or Jimmy's World?
Oh yeah, but come on, that's not even comparable. Ned's is £90, right? And Jimmy's World is 20. You
not when we
cannot
went. The
compare
highest that we paid
You
at the time
cannot
was £75.
compare the two.
But what I am saying
You
is,
cannot.
which do you prefer?
compare. Well, that's true. That's like saying, it's like saying, would you rather drive a Reliant Robin or a Ferrari Testarossa? You can't compare the two because they're
I'm
totally
not
different.
saying that. I'm just saying, which one do you prefer?
Well, Ned's obviously,
Oh,
but
right,
because
okay.
it's more expensive
Okay.
and the quality of the food's better. But you can't. That's
Right.
no comparison. Would you rather eat at McDonald's or at a 5-star Michelin restaurant? You can't. It's not fair to compare the two because the two are totally different prices.
No, because one is a burger, American burger.
Hi Amanda, how are you?
Hey,
Happy
Amanda,
Tuesday to you
happy
too.
Tuesday to
How
you as
are
well.
you?
I hope you're well. Thank you for joining us. We are. I'm talking about like for like, darling. So you can't say a burger restaurant and a 5-star Michelin restaurant. They're not the same thing.
You can't compare this.
What I'm saying is, tell me of a 5-star burger restaurant and compare that to McDonald's. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Anyway,
Not a 5-star Michelin restaurant at McDonald's. That doesn't make sense.
Cannot compare.
It doesn't make sense what you're saying to me.
So anyway, we were just discussing on things for Christmas and on the build up to Christmas, what we've been doing. So we have been doing so we went Christmas shopping, which is, oh my God, on Sunday. It was so busy.
It was busy, but
so
do you know
busy.
what? It wasn't as busy as previous years, because there's been previous years where you've like literally had to queue for every. Like, I never had to queue once. Oh no, there was one place that I did queue. Where did I go?
There was a
and I
queue
had
to get into
queue?
Primark, I noticed. Not that I went into Primark.
Oh, but Siobhan went to Primark. I'm
Yeah.
like, I saw loads of people with Primark bags, and I just thought, oh my God, it must be crazy in there. I don't like to go anywhere where it's like too crazy and you have to queue up forever. I'm like, oh my God. But where did I go? And we had to get, we went to Starbucks. We did have to queue for Starbucks, but it wasn't too bad. They were quite quick. But I'm thinking there was a place where I went and I did. Oh, I went to Nero's because I've got you a gingerbread biscuit in there.
Yeah.
And do you know what? For a gingerbread biscuit in there was £1.90, but do you know in Starbucks it's almost £3.
£3 for a biscuit?
Yeah.
Oh my
for a
God.
biscuit.
There you go. So
for gingerbread.
Amanda said, "I'm well, thanks. I can't believe it's almost Christmas already."
I know, right? It's crazy.
4 days.
It's crazy.
5 days really, but yeah.
Your parents coming down soon, so that's quite nice. Your brother will be coming down soon. Yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm a little bit nervous because I'm going to be doing a roast beef. I wasn't planning on doing a roast beef. So initially what was going to happen, Alicia was going to do a lamb and my mum was going to do a beef and a pork. But my mum said she wants to do a lamb. So she's going to do a pork and a lamb. Alicia's going to do a lamb. Evelyn's going to do a turkey crown. And then I'm going
Hi,
to do...
Touche. How are you?
Hey, Touche. I hope you're well.
You okay?
And then I'm going to do salmon
Hmm.
and beef.
So there's a
I'm
lot
bit
of meat going on there. I don't even eat it. So there's going to be a lot of meat going along our place. I don't
I'm
know
just
why two
very-
people are doing lamb. I was just...
Well, I think lamb is popular.
Oh, okay.
And I think that a lot of people will go for lamb, like Alicia, Dean, and the boys. I think their preference of meat is lamb.
Oh,
I
okay.
think they
Fair enough.
really
Fair
enjoy lamb. And it would be like saying, I don't know why on earth we're doing turkey. It's only your family that like it.
Well, exactly.
Right, exactly. So that's why we're doing a turkey, because I know Mark's family like turkey.
So is everybody prepared for Christmas? Is everybody ready? Can they believe it is only 5 days away? Not long before that countdown
I
comes. That's
know.
less than a week.
It's crazy. It's like, I feel like we've been building up to it, but we haven't like taken a sit back and enjoy the build up of it. Does that
No,
make
no,
sense?
no, 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 no. It's just been manic actually. So because we are hosting Christmas this year, it has been all hands on deck, trying to get stuff done. We've got so much clutter in this house. So as you can probably see behind us, that's just one example of all the clutter that we've got. We've got tons of things around here. So I've spent the last 3 or 4 weekends not going anywhere, just trying to declutter. But the last weekend, or the weekend just gone, was the first weekend I actually got to do Christmas shopping, and my God, it was...
well, no, that's not quite true, because you have been doing Christmas shopping online. That's the first time we've gone out. You don't really want to go out to do it.
No, do you know what? I've got to be honest now. Thank God for the internet, because I just try and do everything on there. Touche said, bracing myself for the next 4 days at work. It's gonna be crazy busy.
I bet.
Oh gosh, yeah, you would be in your profession. I was gonna say you are gonna be very, very busy.
Yeah. What does Touche do?
Touche's supermarket. Is that right? Supermarket?
Oh
Touche?
God, yeah. Yeah.
You will be many years ago, and I'm talking many years ago. I used to work in, I think I've told you guys this, Tesco in Oxford Street. It's a swap shop now. But my God, during Christmas, it was absolute chaos. You couldn't walk down the aisles. I'd actually be walking like this and doing like that past customers.
I don't envy anybody that is working in retail. I've got to be honest.
It was a nightmare work. It was so busy. Rest of the year, it was absolutely fine. It was always busy.
I wonder if...
Yeah, that's right. Touche's right. Yeah.
I wonder if... So you can help me out on this. Is it... Like, I don't know how long you've been working in retail, but is it easier at the moment now that, you know, like you get a lot of people who are working remotely? So is it more steadier, as in a lot of people can spread their stuff in the week rather than everybody piling in at the weekends? So like when we went out, it was busy on a Sunday, like really busy, but it wasn't busy to the point where there was queues everywhere. You had to queue at this shop, you had to queue at that shop. There wasn't any of that. Me and Siobhan, we even went to Wagamama's and there was no queue to get into Wagamama's. So I'm just wondering, how different is it now that people can go shopping in the week?
I think that might be an anomaly, because there was a train strike as well. You have to factor that in. So some people wouldn't have come in.
Yeah, but I'm talking about locally. I'm not talking about anybody.
Yeah.
Nobody from London is going to come here to go locally.
No, but there will be people locally getting into there by train.
But that's what I'm saying. So what my question is it more because now people aren't going into London, like you say, there was a train strike, but it still wasn't as busy as it has been. There's been times when we've gone and we've had to queue in every single shop. Every single shop. What we used to do to combat that, we used to go late night shopping, because there was a time when during the week the shops would be open till 9 every day.
And they don't now at the moment.
Yeah. We would go in the week, and do you remember they were doing this thing where if you got all your money, you'd get money, you'd get a voucher and you could spend it during the year.
That's right. So they did a special for every, I think they matched it pound for pound. So at one set up to £1,000. So I think for every pound you spent, they would give you another pound as a voucher. That was years ago. That's about 6-7 years ago.
I don't think it was that. I thought it was like 10 or 20% of what you spent.
No. It was, because I'm sure they matched us pound for pound, or it may have been something like that. Because I think we spent so much money, they gave us we got a £50 voucher from them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it was percentage wise. I'm sure it was, because we had 2 lots of vouchers. We had a £50 one and a £30 one.
Yeah.
And that was really good. And that was the only year we managed to get it. We've never got it since.
But they stopped it because I think they lost a lot of money on it. I'm taking it off because it is hot.
I knew it was going to be hot. I knew that
Excuse
hat was
me.
gonna be hot.
Touche said, "Oh, people have been getting bits in during the past month, but people will still spend closer to the big
Yeah,
bread.
of course
You
they
kind
will.
of get caught up in the moment." Do you know
Yeah.
what I think a lot of that is, Touche, as well? When I was much younger, I think this is my parents' generation as well. What used to happen is supermarkets used to close Christmas week and the week after. So supermarkets used to close for 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
That's what used to happen.
Maybe in the West Country though.
No,
that
no, no,
didn't-
no. It was all over. It was all over. So what used to happen
I don't remember.
was that so people would absolutely massively bulk buy just before Christmas, and they would get into that habit because you had to have enough food in because you wouldn't have anything for 2 weeks. Now that stopped decades ago, but some people still have that mentality that you've got to buy tons in. I mean, if you think
Yeah.
about it, supermarkets really only shut for one day a year now, which is Christmas Day. But
Which is,
even
yeah.
then, some are still open.
But you know what? Years ago, so there's a Sainsbury's not too far from us, and years ago on the approach to Christmas, they used to be open 24/7.
Oh, right, okay.
So they would be open early
Mm.
hours in Christmas Day. They would shut for Christmas Day, but they would still be open in the early hours of the morning for Christmas. So if you did need, what was good was there was a time that, oh God, who did I go very late with? I went something like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock with someone. Can't remember if it was with my brother or with my mum, and it was dead. There was no one there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I feel that would help people if some shops were open, like especially like retail parks,
Mm.
if they were open for 24 hours, like on the build up to Christmas.
You see, you say this. Well, I used to live in Tottenham, and
Oh well, I'm not.
the Tesco there. They decided to open it for 24 hours.
That's slightly
Right,
different.
but they soon stopped it after a very short space of time. I will say no more. Touche makes sense, Mark. Although we need to bring that back and give retail staff a proper Christmas.
Yeah,
I do. Do you know what? As well,
Yeah.
especially this country, because I do notice when we go to France, when we've been to Paris, even Paris, right? Everything stops on a Sunday, no matter what. And you think, I remember I went with a friend of mine many years ago, and we got the whole thing wrong. We decided to go sightseeing on the Saturday, and we would do shopping on the Sunday, thinking it was like London, that everything would be open. Nothing was open on a Sunday. Everything is dead, and they still hold to that tradition.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
sort of Christian tradition,
Yeah.
or Christian Catholic tradition, that you rest on a Sunday. But
The problem is now the world is full of shareholders.
well, no, not so much that. Apparently, see, George Osborne, when he was Chancellor of the Exchequer, he tried to make Sunday a regular working day. He wanted to get rid of it completely, get rid of the religious aspect, get rid of it completely. But he lost. I think he got appealed against. I'm not sure if it's in the House of Lords but anyway, he lost that bid. And people said they wanted to keep some sanctum there.
Yeah.
But even though, I mean, it's ridiculous, really, because Sunday is pretty much another working day.
It pretty much is, but they have to shut by a certain time. But I do feel like there are so many shareholders involved these days that they wouldn't allow, I think, places to be shut for 2 weeks.
Well, no, you say that, but
I say that because there are people striking.
No, but you say that, but that's only in this country. Like I said, if you go to other countries, a lot of
Oh
Europe.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Hang on.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about.
I know a lot of European countries still do that. They still close on a Sunday, and they still close for several weeks, particularly over Christmas.
Yeah, but I think that's your word right there, is Christmas. If you go to somewhere like the States, they don't really.
George, hello.
Hey, George.
How are you? You're all right.
I
Good to
hope
thank you.
well.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Have you joined
Welcome.
us before? I don't know. If so, nice to see you. Thank you for joining. We were just talking about Christmas and the build up to Christmas, and should Christmas shops shut over the Christmas period?
I think so. I remember on a Christmas day where nothing used to be open.
Yeah.
Well, nothing is really open now, but there would be certain religions who didn't celebrate Christmas, that those shops would be open and things like that. But I think you've got it right there. It's the simple fact that it's a religious holiday. It's Christmas. Now, when you go to the States, they celebrate Thanksgiving more than they celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, and I think you do. Funny enough, as well, also because my friend's wife is Brazilian, and I remember when she first came here. I think I've told you this story before. When she first came here, They said in Brazil they celebrate Christmas Eve, not Christmas Day. So she said, but everything is open Christmas Eve and everything is open Christmas Day.
Right.
So when she got up early in the morning and then she went to get on the tube, but she said it's all shut, everything's shut.
Yeah.
And then she didn't realize. I said to her, no. I remember days after I met her. I said, no, in this country everything shuts on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
George said they should only shut Christmas Eve Day and Boxing Day, and New Year's Day.
New Year's Day, yeah. I think New Year's Day. I mean, things did used to be shut on a New Year's Day, but I think now they use it as like a sales.
Yeah.
It's like the big sales, like and I think, do you know what? I think in part, I think they should give people the day off, but equally, I think the people that want to work, the people that, because some places do pay double time or triple time, or you get a day in lieu or whatever. And I think for those people that actually want to work and want to earn that bit of extra money, and that's their time to earn extra money. Like now, me personally, I've never ever wanted to work Christmas Day, and I've never wanted to work New Year's Day and all of that type of stuff. However, Sunday being Sunday, so when I'm just tilting it a bit so we can, so when I used to sort of, when I was single, I was happy to work Sundays and I would get double pay. So there were some places where I'd work, I'd get double pay, and there were some places where I'd work and I'd get time and a half, and I'd do all the overtime, and I would do, because it's not like I was going out with friends or whatever, and I just thought, well, earning that extra bit of money was going to help me pay the mortgage, was going to help me pay for certain things.
Hi, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
Well, Touche said some shops are shutting Boxing Day too for their staff, and there is that way. Oh, George has got to work Christmas Day. Oh, George. Oh no. What do you do? If you don't mind me asking? I know. Oh, gosh, 839 followers.
Wow. Well done, Charlie. Well done.
Nice one. Yeah, I was going to say as well, because that's the thing. I know with some places you have to, especially emergency services, you'd have to.
Yeah.
And obviously certain professions as well. So
hospitals and things like
that. Well, that's what I mean. So you would have to do that. But I do. Oh, you work at Toby Carvery. Oh, Kelly's got, wow. We have done so many reviews on Toby Carvery.
I like a Toby Carvery.
Yes, you might have seen from our reviews we do Toby Carvery.
Just saying. And I do like the breakfast, but Mark doesn't like to get up too early.
I don't like to get up early.
I do like breakfast as well.
You'll have to let us know which one you work at some point, and then we can come and review your Toby Carvery. How brilliant!
Can you imagine? Well, it depends on what part of the country it's in. I was like, oh my god, if it's like all the way across the country, I don't know if we're going to get there.
Yeah, both quite funny actually. Well, oh, bless you. You don't have to
bless you. Thank you.
We'll have to say that in the live, and especially big thanks to George, who was absolutely brilliant. George, who was on me.
Even Touche Rouge, love this. Do you know what? I've had mixed reviews on Toby. Majority of them have been everybody loves it and all of this type of stuff. But a couple of people here and there, they don't like it, or they're this or they're that.
Love Toby.
But I feel like for value for money and the amount, and the amount that you get, I really enjoy Toby. It's one of my, it would be my go-to place if I had to pick somewhere that is value for money, all you can eat, blah blah blah, fill you up, and all of that type of stuff. It's going to be Toby. Just saying.
Oh, well, do you know what? We're big fans of Toby as well. Like I said, we've done loads of reviews. We've done loads of reviews on both.
I think we've done like 4.
Yeah, we've done on the dinner and also on the breakfast as well. I do love doing both of them as well. Really enjoyed that. So yes, love Toby. Really enjoy that as well. So does Touche. So big up to you though for doing that as well.
Yeah, working on Christmas Day. Wow.
Oh, Touche said Toby is your second love.
Oh, really?
Please tell me your husband's your first love. Otherwise, that could go so sour. Right. just say yes. Just say yes. Even.
I think for me, when the roast potatoes are done right, and I like the ones that are a little bit falling apart. I like those types of roast potatoes.
George,
I got a love for roast potatoes.
Right, I've got a question for you, George. Have you ever had a case where a customer has come in, done the breakfast, and stayed on and done the lunch? Has that ever happened? Our local one as well. I was chatting to the owner as well because we knew him quite well. Well, I say know him quite well.
Well, because we go quite often.
Yeah, we go quite often.
So used to, not so much.
Yeah, so we got to chat to him. And he was saying as well, he had that for only ever once. One guy had the breakfast, sat there, finished it, and they said, "Oh, so we're clearing the table." He said, "Do you mind if I stay on for lunch?" He went, "Yeah, all right." So he did. He paid for the lunch. So of course, there's a gap, isn't there? I think it's from 11 a.m. you finish the breakfast,
Yeah.
and then you wait another hour, and then go on to the lunch. And that's what he did. He finished his breakfast, just sat there, stayed there, and then had the lunch. Awesome. I don't know who he is, but he's automatically my hero.
I think you would have been able to do it back in the day. You wouldn't be able to do it now.
Richard, hello.
Hey, Richard.
How are you, Richard?
I hope you're well.
You all gearing up for Christmas? Tu said a beef dripping roast that's been mushed to the bottom of the tray. With a little. You got a pig snout there, even though it's a beef.
But pig as in she's been a pig.
We haven't had that, says George, but that person deserves a knighthood. Do you know what? It's only like I said, the guy said he's been working there years, and he said he's only ever had it once. One guy came in. I don't know how you would do that, because I'll tell you, when I eat a lot. So if I do the breakfast, I'm absolutely stuffed by the end of it. I couldn't go on and do the
I think your brother could do it.
Yeah.
I think he wouldn't probably eat as much at the breakfast, but I think he could do it.
Yeah, it might be.
He might only manage one plate though for the carvery.
But I can only do that, I'm gonna say, if I had a lighter breakfast, and I'm gonna say that defeats the purpose, because you go to a Toby breakfast to chow down. Oh, I love doing that.
See, this is Mark's thing, right? Whenever he goes to a buffet, it doesn't matter what it is, he feels he needs to eat more than, even though it's more reasonable than what you'd pay to go to a normal restaurant. He still feels he needs to, and I feel that is a misconception that a lot of people have, because you're not the only person.
Yes, George. Yes, I will go up a fifth time. Yes, I will. Thank you very much.
But I feel like when I first started going to the States, and we started, because in Florida buffets are they're quite popular, and when you go to Vegas, buffets are quite popular as well. I accidentally got a huge box of Black Magic. Feel quick. Ended up coming.
So, Richard, did you eat the entire box of Black Magic and feel quite sick? It ended up coming into my mouth. Oh my God! Blame the hands.
Oh,
did you eat the entire box?
So you were like this, were you?
Mind you, I was gonna say you were chocolate, Miss. Right. So we bought a whole tin of Quality Street, right, and only about 3 weeks ago, and you've ate the entire tin. The entire tin.
I didn't eat it all by myself.
You did, pretty much. I only had one type of sweet. You ate the entire tin. A whole box, though, in one. Don't tell me that was in one sitting. George said we had a situation happen when a guy bought his own tin of sweet corn to the Toby.
Why would you bring? I know.
Sorry, that made me laugh.
The problem is Toby don't always do sweet corn. They only do sweet corn every now and again. So even our local Toby, when I see sweet corn, I'm like, oh my God, because it's one of my favorites. But to bring your own, do you know what I would stretch as far as, like, if I was going to bring something, not so much to the Toby, but in general to any restaurant, would be mayonnaise. I've got that into my mind that from now on, I should just bring my own mayonnaise to every single restaurant.
That's brilliant. Somebody bought sweet corn. Oh, that's brilliant. Touche said, been going to the Toby for years and I've never had a king size plate.
I've had a king size
Touche, treat yourself, please. For £1.50 extra, treat yourself. You get the 2 sausages.
Yeah, but the problem with our local Toby is they were still giving me the same slices as in the king size as they would in my normal. The only thing that I would get extra would be the sausages. But now they do the pigs in blankets. So what I do, I go for a normal plate now, and then I order a portion of the pigs in blankets.
See, George wouldn't do that. He would give you extra slices. What was I going to say? Richard said dark chocolate goes quickly, faster in my house. My mum's been through 3 tubs in 2 weeks.
I've only been through one tub in 3 weeks.
That's a small tub. Quality Street and Celebrations and Heroes. My God.
Right, and I've only been through that tin.
Chocoholics. We're surrounded by chocoholics.
3-4 weeks.
I still can't get over that somebody bought their own tin of sweet corn. That is absolutely brilliant. The one thing I tell you, something that did make me laugh actually, when we went to Toby, is I was in the toilets and there was somebody there with a toothbrush.
Oh, brushing their
teeth. I thought, who brushes their teeth in a restaurant? But yeah, they were in their toilet.
And unless they were staff. Did they have braces? Did they have braces?
No. It was just somebody proper brushing.
Because sometimes people do that if they've got braces. No, we bought that tin before my birthday. We didn't buy that tin
No,
after my
I'll
birthday.
let you off.
Yeah, so more than a month.
But
More than a month.
you definitely have more than one a day. I have to say that.
Oh yeah, what one quality street a day? Don't be so ridiculous.
How many have you been having, Richard, a day?
You have to have about 5 or 6.
Tusha, normally I get a selection box to get me through till Xmas Eve at work. Does it last though through Christmas as well? And I was going to say, George, as well, do you get any sort of gifts as well? Do customers ever bring you anything like chocolates and stuff like that as well? George said, I think Toby is a bit stingy with the meat. If you have one, get quite a bit. If you have 2 or 3, you don't get
Yeah,
as much.
that is true.
So
That is
that's
true.
the secret. If you just ask for one, you'll get quite a bit.
But I like the pork, the gammon, and beef. I normally leave the turkey, and sometimes, if we're lucky, they do lamb, and then I get lamb.
So Richard said, I'm trying to catch up on my Instagram average of 90 notifications a day now. That must be quite difficult though, upload, because that I've got to be honest, and we must apologize. Kelly and I have been really bad at uploading recently.
Yeah, I haven't. Do you know what? Like I've got some videos to do for TikTok and for Insta, but and for YouTube Shorts, but unfortunately, I don't feel that they're good enough, or that I've not taken the right footage. Hence, I haven't uploaded. But I did do like a little bit from when I went to Coat, and then where did I go the other day? Oh, I went to Wagamama's, and then so I've done little bits, but I didn't feel that they were good enough to put on a short or TikTok. That's why I haven't uploaded for a little while.
See if you can do the Quality Street one though, please, because
the Quality Street one's already on there.
No. I did some extra footage just to show people how to use it. That's what I mean. Yeah, if you can do that one, because I think that will go. We can link it in with the other one.
Right. Okay.
Tusha, I always go for turkey. Sometimes, rarely have some gammon too. Well, actually, fact, I do notice that with the Toby as well, because you guys do seasonal veg as well. And Charlie, who is on, you like a good carvery as well, Charlie. I do know you like carvery. I don't know if your brother Keegan does as well, but I do know you like to do the carvery because you've done several Toby carvery things actually on your channel.
Yeah, that's what when people have commented on the videos that we've done with regards to Toby, that is one of the major complaints, is that they cut it very, very thinly. But I feel like as you're going towards the end of the day, I don't feel that they need to cut it as thin. I think they feel like...
Richard's just given a little tip. He says, I have posted some shorts as well. You think they do badly, but actually, in fact, they get good views.
Yeah, okay.
So there is that one thing. We will upload as well. So apologies that we haven't been great at uploading recently. So
they also have to be done at a certain time as well.
Yeah.
Like for us, they have to be... I think Richard's time is different to our time. So yeah, we have to upload at a certain time, and if I miss that time slot, if the videos don't do as well.
Yeah, we have noticed that as well, Richard. I don't know if you've noticed as well, but whenever it really does matter when we upload, because when we first did it, we thought, well, it doesn't really matter when we upload because people watch them when they get round to watching them. But we have noticed as well, unless you do it at a certain time, they don't get the views.
Yeah.
And that time keeps blimmin' changing.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? It really does keep changing. So sometimes it's 2 a.m., 1 a.m. to catch the US.
Change the algorithm, and I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, Richard might go live on Christmas Day.
Oh, I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking, but Mark was thinking maybe
we will not have time. There's no way you'll have time to go live.
No, but if I do it from my phone with my gimbal, and sort of like show our table and things like that, I think we will have time. I think we'll definitely have time before people get here. I can do a quick live on our table, how we've done things and all of that type of stuff. I think it'd be quite good.
Well,
I'll see.
We will try and do that as well. We can't promise
if I'm not stuck in the kitchen.
Yeah, quite. I think Madam has got wild expectations.
Do you know what? While Evelyn's doing the turkey, maybe, then I can maybe be free to show the table and that.
So yeah,
maybe.
we would like to send you guys a Christmas message though as well, because that would be nice as well for us to send before the big day. Actual fact, so Charlie's live stream is in 2 days' time.
Oh wow. What time and what? So in 2 days' time, what time, what day?
Well, 2 days' time will be Thursday.
I won't be around on Thursday, I don't think.
What meats are you having Christmas Day? So what meat we tell George what we're doing? Well,
so the meats that we are having on Christmas Day,
I say we because I'm not cooking.
Is going to be pork, lamb, salmon, turkey, and beef.
So George, because you're working, what meats are you going to have to be doing on? I don't know if I'm assuming you're a chef. I don't know. I shouldn't make that assumption because you could be doing anything at the Toby. But what meats are you guys going to be doing at the Toby on Christmas Day? And are you fully booked? I imagine you are. We
Yeah.
do you know what we were supposed to do, Toby, 2 years ago? We never got
Yeah.
there in the end for various reasons. So
Yeah.
I was really looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, I would have looked forward to having Christmas Day at Toby. But I'm the type of person, I'm happy to go to a hotel, or I'm happy to go on holiday. I'm happy to sort of like go somewhere for Christmas Day. I'm happy to do that because I feel like someone else is doing all the work. You don't have to worry about it and all of that. And it's just I feel like you probably will enjoy the day a lot more. Does that make sense?
Okay, so 7 p.m. is Charlie's live. So that's in 2 days' time. That will be Thursday, 7 p.m. for his live.
Right.
Pork. So the meats will be. Oh, and Richard's going to do a Christmas Eve vlog as well. So you're doing the two, Christmas Eve,
Wow.
Christmas Day. So we'll try and tune in for those.
Let us
Richard,
know
if we
what
can.
time, Richard.
Yeah, let us know what time. Put it in the chat, and then everyone else can see what time you're doing them. George said he's doing pork, gammon, beef, turkey, and lamb, and 300 bookings. Oh wow.
Wow,
But you
wow.
know what I was going to say? Because that year I thought to myself, that would be just so much easier. Well, all that stress, all that prep, you go. I know it's a bit more pricey on the day, but you go, you have your food as well. Especially if you're not very good at cooking, you can go there, you can
Yeah.
get it done. There's no washing up. You just
Yeah.
go home, and that is it. That is your meal done.
Yeah.
Wow, you are going to be off your feet. You are going to be so busy. 300 bookings.
300 bookings. Wow.
Richard said Christmas Day vlog and family vlog, as well as my Spanish family.
Oh wow.
So you've got quite a few vlogs coming up. We always try to do that as well, because obviously we stick to our sort of normal time. I know, apologize, we did do it on Friday. So again, just to let you know, the reason why we didn't do our vlog or our live on Friday was Kelly was actually out and I wasn't very well. I've just recovered from a really bad chesty cough.
And I forgot to say that and I knew because I'd planned it months ago. Well, I say months ago, I'd planned it about a month ago, maybe 2 months. And I knew I was going and I forgot, and we're like, see you on Friday. And then I thought, oh no. It was only like 2 days before or a day before that I realized, well, actually, I won't be here to do the live. Oh my God. And then Mark said he wasn't feeling very well. So I just thought, okay. But that's why I did one on Saturday, just because I didn't want to leave you guys, like without anything. And although Saturday morning wasn't a usual time, and it was only sort of like half hour, 40 minutes, I think, the live. And then my mum came in the middle of it. She's like, hi, everyone. Like, my mum's like
this. That's so typical your mum. And then
I don't think she quite gets the concept,
no,
but
exactly.
it's funny when people don't quite get the concept, because I feel like even like family members, they sort of don't get the concept that it's live, so they can chat to us live and it's actual live, and sometimes they might catch it a day or two before and think we're actually live then, but we're not. We're like, it's an old video. So,
Richard said, "Oh, my turkey is going to die on the 23rd." Oh God, yeah, because you're getting it from the farm, aren't you? So you're gonna have it really, really fresh if it dies on the 23rd.
Hey,
Mark, hello. How are you?
I hope you're well.
Oh, really good to see you. I hope you're well. We were just doing a general chit chat. So George was telling us, because he's working on Christmas Day. He's working at the Toby Carvery, so he's going to be really busy with 300 bookings. Because George, Mark is a former chef, so I think, he will know all about doing that many covers. That is a lot.
And some of these cakes that I've seen are amazing.
Oh, that's not Richard said, Kelly, my mum said you're a really sweet person.
Oh, bless her. I hope she's doing well. I hope she's looking forward to Christmas.
Oh yeah, so you got to do, didn't you, mate, Richard's mum, when you guys went to Rochester?
Yeah, so Richard had sort of given me a list of the things that he was going to be doing, and one of the things is he was going to go to Rochester. I love going to Rochester, and there was only one time we've been where it was close to Christmas, but I think it might have even been in November, so it might not have even been in a December. And we went down one year and they had a Christmas market and all of this. So, but the Christmas market, or the market that we saw, was a lot different to the market when I was down there. So, when Richard said he was going, I said, I'll meet you down there if you're still going. And up to the last minute, I'm in an RN if I was going to go, but I did end up going. And I had a Bailey's hot chocolate, I had a donut, mince pie. We had fish and chips, but I didn't really like the fish and chips.
Oh yeah, you said you did
Yeah,
before that.
it wasn't all that. Um, uh, I mean, but it was a little bit disappointing. But the place where I ate it, because it was in a hotel, the room that they'd done it was like a period drama room. It was really nice. It had all
Mm.
these like paintings in there and everything. It was a really nice room, and they were rushed. They were packed out. I'm telling you, there was people like ordering fish and chips and all of this. And I've got to be honest, I was quite surprised. I was quite surprised because the fish
Excuse
and
me.
chips were not on point at all.
Well, I know
So I
you
was
said that. You did
I
say
was
that.
very surprised that it was as busy and as packed out as it was.
Mark said he's good, thank you. He said, I've done my fair share of kitchen work and I'm just going to chill. So is it just the two of you or you got a family as well coming over? Richard said, yeah, the hot chocolate was nice. He enjoyed the hot chocolate.
Yeah, the hot chocolate was nice.
The stuff you bought back, that bread was really nice. You bought some sourdough bread back
Sourdough bread,
from the
yeah.
local baker, and then also you got that. I love. So one of my favorite cookies is gingerbread. I absolutely love, but the soft gingerbread, like gingerbread men. That's one of my big. I love that around Christmas time. So I've eaten a lot of those.
He's eaten a lot, actually. A lot for you.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you don't normally eat that many biscuits.
I would.
No,
I've got to say, I'll if they're in front of me, I'll eat them. All the ones that we've had buried around the house, I've eaten. Also, George said, "Does your family Christmas involve a fight over a Monopoly board?" Now, I do.
You can't show it.
I can't show it.
Yeah.
Oh, so George, I did buy something actually, but I can't show it, and I'll be able to show you why later. But unfortunately, I can't show it. But there's so many different Monopoly types. So I did want to buy Monopoly for the PlayStation. So there's no mess, there's no board. It's all on the TV screen because you can actually play it. Like I know it's not quite the same as the board game, but there's so many types. They've got all the different cities you can now get. There's some ones that I never even knew you could get.
I said to Mark, right, there are some real good ones that I've seen. Like I've only played Monopoly a couple of times. I've played it around people's houses. So my memory of how to play it is going to be really, really rubbish. So I'd have to have someone explain it to me again. But there are some ones that I've seen that I would, and I said to Mark, if we buy one, right, it's going to be one of these things.
Wow.
Where we buy loads.
So I'm going to cut a few comments. I'm going to go back to them. Mark said, I have 70 Monopoly boards. I collect them. Oh my God, 70. So Mark, with your 70, are they all exclusively different cities and towns? Or have you got all the different types? Like I did see there was a Back to the Future one. There's a Ghostbusters one. There's loads of different ones. Have you got them? That's lit.
That's lit.
That is.
That's lit.
Richard said, I got a treat from the farm shop, reduced vintage wine from £130 to £4. As they wanted to get. Well done, Richard. Mark said Rob's mum and dad are coming in the morning, and my parents are coming for lunch. Okay, that's nice. You've got the parents coming through as well. Richard said, I've got 30 Monopolies, always played my house, no fights except my niece. She's like a Wednesday, her Monopoly. She called her Monday Franco. Oh, Mark said his favorite is Disney. So there's quite a few people connecting Monopoly sets.
Yeah, so, that's what I said. You're like, if you get one, because I feel like
I think we would.
There are some like real good ones out there, and I do think that I don't play Monopoly, but I've seen some of them, and I'm just thinking, wow, I'd like to get that one. I'd like to get that one. I'd like to get that one.
So I was going to say actually, because I didn't know Siobhan, this is my brother's girlfriend, for her birthday, somebody gave her the Poundland one. I didn't realize there's a Poundland Monopoly.
Oh God, wow.
But she had that one. I did notice that. She showed me. Mark said the Star Wars one is awesome.
Oh wow.
Richard said, Mark, wow, what a collection. No, it is. That's so impressive. But you've all got like 30, 40 sets at least, you guys.
Oh no, George says I've got like 5. But I want to get. I should get
George,
more.
You're flagging. We haven't even got one.
Oh well, listen, our house is so cluttered, right?
Yeah, I was going to say.
I don't know if we got them. Where on earth would we put them? That's the thing. Where on earth would we put them? So,
Mark, have you got the Wizard of Oz one? Because apparently the Wizard of Oz one is quite rare.
Oh, wow.
That's quite worth the quite. There was a guy at work that had it. A guy we used to work with many, many years ago, and he had the Wizard of Oz one. And he said it was quite rare.
Little trusty phone out and find.
George said, "Oh, the Pokemon one is best." So Mark, have you got the Pokemon one?
I'm not sure that would be my cup of tea.
Mark said, 17.99 to 36.99. So I'm assuming that's the price of them in between ranges as well. No, not the Wizard of Oz. Oh, you haven't got the Wizard of Oz one. Right, Kelly's just Googling it right now. Richard said, 1% of my Lego collection, I counted 3,000 Lego bits. Oh my God, well, 1%. They were, oh, do you know, I thought of you actually, because there's a new Lego collection coming out and I've forgotten which one
Well,
it
I
is.
don't know. Selfridges are selling it for £35.
No, I think he had one of the original sets.
Oh yeah, this is going to be one of the original sets, but I think when you get it late in 20 or 30 years time,
Yeah.
it would then become a
What's the one on eBay? I think that is that the collector's edition. No, that was the one.
That's collector's
He
edition,
told me he said it's worth a lot of money. He had one of the original Wizards of Oz.
But what's his idea of a lot of money?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
he said,
everyone's idea of a lot of money is very different.
Oh, Mark said you would love the Harry Potter one, and Mark, there's a Bath one. Yeah, do you know what? You should say that. I did spot there's a Bath one. So, for those who know, I'm from the West Country, so not too far from Bath.
Yeah, £80. So yeah, I think people's idea of
yeah, he said it was worth more than that though. I think
125.
It was worth more than that. I think he had a.
That's 75th. So yeah, I can't see.
It was the one he had. He said it. He said it was an original one worth a lot of money. That's what he said to me.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry, Mark. I knew you meant Harry Potter, not Harry Potter. But yeah, the Harry Potter one you would like.
Yeah, there's so many that I would like, and I would just and you look at the little pieces. You know, originally that would have been the hat or the this or the that, and to have a look at the little pieces of what it would be would be so cool. I'd be like, oh yeah, I want to be this and I want to be that. Yeah.
Do you know what though? I think for me, I don't know about you, Mark, and I don't know about you, George, as well, and you, Richard, as well. But I think for me, I would be more interested in collecting the unique ones, like I said, like Ghostbusters, like Back to the Future, those ones, rather than the places. I don't know what I would want to place the Bath one because that's near. That's
yeah, I know what you mean.
There's also a Swindon one, which again is not a million miles away
right.
from where I was, but. Those would be the ones I'd be most interested in getting.
Yeah.
But I think other ones as well. Those are the ones I'd be looking to do. Mark said there's about 5 Star Wars ones, and the pieces are real gold in a Monopoly tradition.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, the collection one. Richard said Disney Plus has got a huge announcement on the 1st of January. Do you know what it is?
Is it about Star Wars?
Well, not I was going to say you were thinking about that as well.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be about Star Wars.
We've still not seen The Mandalorian.
No, that's on Disney Plus, but we can watch that. I'll link it up to the TV.
I do want to watch that at some point because I'm off for a couple of weeks over Christmas. I just want to be able to watch a load of stuff that I just haven't had time to do.
Yeah, not the build up to, but maybe afterwards. Yeah.
George said, "Yeah, higher prices." Yeah, I know. I was going to say some
higher prices. Are you talking about park tickets? Is that what you're talking about? Higher prices?
Mark said he loves Disney Plus. We haven't got it actually.
We haven't got it. I'm thinking about getting it. Talking about high prices. If you are talking about park tickets, they've got a new seat. They sacked the other CEO, the one that was hiking up all the prices and all of this.
Oh, this is for Disney.
This is for Disney, and they've got a new CEO come in. So, where they've done like the Genie Plus and all of this, hopefully that will be reduced. Maybe they'll bring back the free fast track because you had to buy. So for the lightning lanes or the fast track lanes or whatever it is, you had to pay like $15 and all of this sort of nonsense. And I'm thinking they used to be free. The tickets are expensive enough.
Yeah, I know.
Without having to then buy. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it is. Yeah. So hopefully they'll. Yeah.
Mark said Obi-Wan was out of this world, amazing with Ewan McGregor. That's the other one I did want to see as well. What they've done, so again, a little spoiler alert, cross your ears. So what they've done with a lot of the characters, as you guys know, they've gone back and they CGI'd a lot of the Star Wars figures. So they've gone back and CGI'd Mark Hamill's Luke Skywalker. They've gone back and CGI'd some of the others as well. But they said the CGI, they're not quite right, but apparently Steven Spielberg thinks he's cracked it. So the new Indiana Jones film, Indiana Jones 5, which will be the last one because Harrison Ford is 79, something like that.
I feel like they need to now pass on the mantle.
No, he won't. He's Spielberg said he will not allow it to go because originally the rumors were that what's the guy from the
Shia
Hangover?
LaBeouf.
No,
Oh
no.
no. Oh, Cooper.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper. So the original thing was Bradley Cooper was going to take over the mantle. That was what they originally did. But no, Spielberg carried on with what's his name, Harrison Ford. So they have CGI'd Harrison Ford a lot in the new movie, but because the idea is it keeps going back on his sort of his life really. So you
A
will
bit
see,
like Tron, I guess.
yeah, a little bit. But they said apparently the CGI is really, really good. They said it's so good you won't recognise that it's actually a young Harrison Ford. I don't know.
We'll see.
This is what they're saying, but they said the technology's advanced that much.
See, the thing is, I feel like Harrison Ford was the best Indiana Jones. You're not going to be able to sort of replace him. But I think years ago, what they should have done was have him do the part that Sean Connery did. So, but to his
play
son.
the dad. Yeah.
So they should, and that's what they should have done. And I know Shia LaBeouf was sort of like touted to be maybe the next Indiana Jones, but I don't know if he was quite right for the role. And I didn't like, and plus I didn't like that story. I think the Crystal Skull. I didn't think it was.
The Crystal Skull was rubbish.
Yeah.
Richard said, "Did you know that Lego make NHS masks as a gift to help out staff?" I didn't know that. That's really good of Lego to do. Also, Mark said Harrison Ford needs to retire. I know, an 80-year-old man going around as Indiana Jones. And I'm not being ageist, but I've got to say it doesn't have the same ring.
It's not that; it's his movements that is not fast enough. Like when you watch
for his age, yeah, of course.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he's not. I feel like what they should have done was I mean, like you wouldn't have an old Sean Connery at that age being Bond.
Action hero.
Yeah, an action hero. And I think that they still could have given him parts and stuff like that, you know, because to use his knowledge, his experience, and all of that, and have him play the Sean Connery part, and then he have his son. That's what I think they should have done. But the Crystal Skull was the wrong one. I like
it was
that. That wasn't like that was rubbish, and I just think that they shouldn't have.
Well, I didn't like it because they had to bring in Shia LaBeouf and they brought in Maid Marian. I think I would have changed that slightly. So Mark said Harrison Ford needs to retire. As much as I love him, Temple of Doom is Mark's favorite. Do you know that is the first one? I did like Temple of Doom. But for me, you cannot beat the first one.
You can't beat Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost Ark is the best.
You can't beat that one.
But I did like Temple of Doom.
And I did like The Last Crusade. I loved that one. I thought it was brilliant.
Oh, Richard says, so on the new Indiana Jones 5, I know huge spoilers has got my friend Mark, Outbreak stuntman in the film. He misled Ragdoll's best friend. Both men do stunts.
Oh wow!
Oh, so you've got some inside knowledge on that.
Well, don't do any spoiler alerts because
I do know because it was shot in England. Well, no, in Scotland, I think. I might be wrong, but they did shoot large parts in the UK. So that's interesting.
Who's the best Bond?
So George has come up with a good question. Who is the best Bond?
For me, Roger Moore. You cannot beat Roger Moore. A lot of people say Sean Connery, but no, for me, it's Roger Moore.
Mark said, is wife Castilla Flockhart 30 years younger? Yeah, she is. That is his wife.
That is his wife, yeah.
Oh, now that's interesting. So Mark, of this as well. So both Mark and George have gone for Daniel Craig.
I think Daniel Craig was a good mantle. He was definitely the best one to carry because I didn't like what's his name, the one that you like, Pierce Brosnan.
George said Daniel Craig's the GOAT. Now I've got to say, from my perspective, that Daniel Craig is the best actor. I would say, without hands down, of all the Bonds that have gone before, including Sean Connery. Daniel Craig is the best actor. He's certainly the best actor, and the Bonds under him were a lot darker. So Roger Moore did camp it up a little bit. My favourite Bond is not
it's not
Pierce Brosnan.
No,
it's actually Roger Moore.
Yeah, but what I was saying, you like Pierce Brosnan.
I like Pierce Brosnan.
I didn't like him, is what I'm saying. Not that he was your favourite Bond, because I know he wasn't your favourite Bond. But my favourite film has to be Live and Let Die.
So what's your favourite? But that's not the question. Who's the favourite Bond?
Roger Moore.
Yeah, so that's mine as well.
Yeah, Roger Moore's my favourite Bond. A lot of people say Sean Connery, because he was the original. But I suppose it's like saying who's the best Doctor Who. Now, Peter Davison was my Doctor Who. But I do like David Tennant. I feel there were three good Doctor Who's for me. One was David Tennant, Matt Smith, and Peter Davison. I think that all three of them, but Peter Davison because he was my Doctor Who growing up, and yeah, David Tennant was really. I've got to be honest. I didn't really like Christopher Eccleston as a Doctor Who.
Well, we've gone on to Doctor Who now, but yeah,
Only because we're talking about who's the best
okay.
Bond. So you know when several actors have played one part. Well, that's like Doctor Who. Several actors have played one part.
Oh, that's interesting. So this is a good point, actually. So, guys, I'm going to float this past you. So this is a good thing that Mark said. Gerard Butler would have been a good Bond. So float this past that for everybody else. Who would you think would make a really good Bond, or would have made a good Bond that never, ever, ever got to be a Bond? So if you were recasting now, or could have recast at the time, who would you have? So Mark has gone for Gerard Butler, which I could see.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, I can see that. I can see him being a good actor. I always thought, for me, I would cast him still now, would be Tom Hardy as James Bond.
Do you know my problem with Gerard Butler and Tom Hardy? They're not suave enough.
Oh, I think they would be.
No.
The trouble is they played rough characters as well, but they're both good actors. They could do it.
No, Gerard Butler played he played a spy with Chris Pine. I don't know if you watched that.
No.
And he wasn't very good.
Okay.
For me personally, I don't think either of them are suave enough. But I do like Gerard Butler and I do like Tom Hardy. But I only really liked Tom Hardy in Venom. I thought he was very good in Venom. And I liked him when he played, what's the Batman baddie?
Oh, Bane.
I really liked him in Bane. I thought he was very good.
So you think darkness is
I was
murdered by it. Yeah, so anyway, sorry.
But, yeah, I liked him in as Bane, and I liked him as
Mark disagrees though. He said Tom Hardy comes across too rough as a Bond actor.
Yeah.
He would have been a good villain. I'll tell you an interesting fact before you just say. So there's believe it or not, and this is honestly true because I did see it in a documentary. There were two actors that were touted to be Bond who were offered the role, but they turned it down. And I can't believe they offered it. So this is going back to the 60s, mind you. One that was offered was Adam West, Batman, from the 60s. But the second, believe it or not, that was offered it was Burt Reynolds. Both were offered it, and both turned it down for the same reason that they couldn't do an English accent. And that's the reason
both of them were both of them American. There's only been one foreign one, right, which is George Lazenby. The rest have all been UK.
No, well,
right?
Pierce Brosnan's Irish, but yeah.
Yeah, but sort of, yeah.
Campus Christmas, said Adam West. But yeah, he was a serious guy. They offered it to him, but he turned it down. He said, "I can't do an English accent," and so did what's his name, Burt Reynolds. He said, "I can't do an English accent."
Now,
do you agree with the woman playing?
Okay, I'm going to tell you a little story here. So they asked Angelina Jolie if she wanted to be a Bond girl, and Angelina Jolie said, "No, I want to be Bond." So that's when she did Salt. So if anybody's seen Salt, that is her version, or the version that they came up with of her playing a James Bond character,
which didn't do very well.
Yeah, and she said, "Yeah, I don't want to be a Bond girl. I want to be Bond." So that was the reality. But I feel like Angelina Jolie doesn't take part. You know, like parts where they sort of objectify women. She doesn't really take them roles, kind of thing. Really,
so controversial. Mark said no, they spoiled Doctor Who by getting a woman. Now this is, the thing is, if you think about it, Doctor Who is a generic title. It's just a person's title and a surname, so technically that could be any gender at all. But James Bond is a male name. I know that you can go into different aspects of that, but I would think that the role is a male role.
Yeah, and the thing about Doctor Who is I agree to a point. I just don't think. I think it has to be for a woman to take over a male role, which I am all for, but it has to be the right woman.
Well, I'd just create another character.
It has to be the right woman, and I don't think that the people that they chose as a female Doctor Who or a female Bond, I don't know. It was like when David Tennant sort of stopped being Doctor Who, I just thought, who are they going to get to fill his shoes? Because he was way better than Christopher Eccleston. And then they got Matt Smith, and Matt Smith was so good. I was so shocked that they took the right person on. And I think the perfect person, who I was saying to you last night, to play Doctor Who would be Eddie Redmayne.
Yeah, you
I
did.
think he would be a great Doctor Who, but like you said, he's quite a big name now, so he may not take on that role. But he would make the perfect Doctor Who. If they were to pick anybody to be Doctor Who, Eddie Redmayne would be that.
Salma Hayek. I think she's a Spanish actress. I think she's Mexican, but yeah, actress might be good. As who, Mark? Would you have her as Doctor Who or James Bond role? George also said they already have good roles for women like Miss Moneypenny. Well, Miss Moneypenny, actually, is a bit. What I liked actually in the new Bond films is that she was actually an agent, a field agent.
Yeah.
Which I thought was quite good under Daniel Craig. So I've forgotten the actress's name.
Yeah, the British one.
Is it Naomi somebody? I've forgotten her name, but she was quite good. She's a really good actress.
Not Naomi Watts, no.
No, it's not Naomi Watts. But she's quite a good an actress as well. And I like the fact that she was a field operative, because she shoots Bond, doesn't she? Spoiler alert, but if anyone hasn't seen that one, she shoots Bond, and then that's how they pull her back in from the field.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, Eddie Redmayne, I have to turn over when he's on, says Mark.
No, I love him in Fantastic Beasts. I feel like he was the best actor in Fantastic Beasts.
I think he's a good actor.
Yeah. I do feel he's a good actor in general. There was one that he played which I didn't really like, which was, I think it was Tess of the D'Urbervilles, or whatever they call them, with Gemma Arterton.
Oh, I didn't see that.
And I didn't like that one, but I do feel like he's a very good actor, and I think the thing with Eddie Redmayne, he's a very good character.
Oh, George has got to go. Really good. Thank you for joining us, George.
Thank you for joining us, George.
And also as well, George, as well. If we don't speak to you before, do have a fantastic Christmas and good luck on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
We will be doing the live on Friday. If you do want to join us. But yeah, lovely to see you.
Oh, bless you. Thank you for joining us.
What it was? Oh, I didn't see the Danish Girl. I did want to see that, because does he play? I forget.
I think he plays a girl in it.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. I can't. I haven't seen the Danish Girl. Is that what you didn't like that one, or it was? I've not seen that film. But I do think he's a good actor, and I do agree with Kelly. I do think he would make a brilliant Doctor Who. He wouldn't make a good James Bond.
No.
But he would make a good Doctor Who
for sure. Because he's a character. He's good at character act. Like, there are different characters to me, and there are different character actors. Do you know, maybe Christian Bale might have made a good Bond?
Yeah, he would have done.
I think Christian Bale would have made a good Bond. I don't know if I feel that he might be a bit too old now.
Yeah, he would be. Yeah.
But I think, yeah, he would have made a good Bond.
They want, apparently, so the Cubby Broccoli family, who own the rights to James Bond, they said they want to bring it back to a younger Bond.
Yeah.
So they don't want somebody in their 40s, because they can only do 3 or 4 films, and they have to retire them again and then start all over again.
Yeah.
Mark loves Christian Bale. He's a brilliant actor.
Yeah.
I think he's missed his chance. So the one they're looking at, so one of the red hot favorites is Tom Hardy, but one of the top red hot favorites is and I've forgotten his name. Oh, who plays Superman?
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill.
I knew you were going to say Henry Cavill. I don't think he'd be.
Henry Cavill is one of the top favourites to do it. Ewan McGregor was touted at one stage. I thought, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And the other guy you like from Bridgerton, the mixed race guy.
I don't like him.
The guy you said, what's his name?
I don't know his name.
No.
Alicia likes him, not me.
Oh, okay. Mark said he's fab. Oh, which one?
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. Yeah.
Yeah, Christian Bale's brilliant. Again, he's a great actor. If we were looking for a young Bond and he could be any nationality or whatever, I think if you're looking
Henry. Sorry, Henry.
Oh, Henry.
I do
Cavill.
think he's a really good actor,
No.
Henry Cavill.
I do like. I liked him when he's in The Witcher, and I liked him in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. But I didn't like him as Superman.
Well, the reason why they think he might be the next Bond is because I haven't got inside information. I wish I did, but he's dropped a lot of his roles, so he's not doing The Witcher anymore. and he's not going to be playing Superman anymore. So they do believe he's dropping these roles to take over the Bond franchise, but they're not sure.
No, but he's been fired from those roles. He's not dropped those
Oh, I
roles.
thought he dropped it.
No, he's been fired.
Why was he fired from The Witcher?
I don't know. Oh no, no, yeah, he dropped The Witcher. Sorry,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
he dropped The Witcher, but he was fired from DC
Why?
for Superman. A load of them were fired. Him, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman.
Gal
Yeah,
Gadot, bloody hell.
Gal Gadot. What about that Ezra guy?
I said he's totally available.
Yeah, he's been dropped he's been fired from a couple of things, but it was him that dropped The Witcher because he felt that they were going in a different direction, that The Witcher they weren't staying true to the character, and he didn't like that.
Okay.
So, but then again, he could have been fired for all I know.
Yeah,
But he's just saying, yeah.
Well, there you go. So he's pretty free. So there you go. He could be the next Bond.
I don't know. I don't.
How do you feel about that, Mark? Would you be up for him
Yeah.
as the next Bond, or anybody else would be up for that as the next Bond? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something I don't like about Henry Cavill. I think he's a good-looking guy. I think he's an okay actor, but there's something inherently that I don't like about him, and I can't put my finger on it. But
I think he's a good actor. I think he'd be a very, very good Bond.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just trying to think. But I think if you could pick any nationality or whatever, I think, but maybe when he's slightly, pardon me, the problem is when an actor's in their 20s, they still have that childlike body, and I think.
Oh, Richard Madden. Who's Richard Madden? Go on, you have to Google.
Is that it? That's not the guy from Game of Thrones, is it?
It could. I think if it is who I'm thinking of, it is he. There was there's two guys actually from Game of Thrones that have been touted for the next Bond role. They were up head to head for it.
Yeah,
he is. Yeah.
And was it Kit Harington? Was the other one?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Kit Harington.
They were two of them were also up for it as well. That would be interesting as well.
Kit Harington did Spooks.
But both. So as you know, so that was. I don't know if you saw the last Bond film, but that is Daniel Craig's last one. He's not doing any more. And you will see that why the film ended in the way it did, to demonstrate that he will not be doing the film anymore. So they will be looking for a new Bond coming up. But apparently the new Bond film will not be done for years because they've not even thought about who they're going to have yet.
I think if you could have any nationality and
you can,
but you needed to wait till he was a little bit older, I think Timothée Chalamet. Yeah, I think.
No, I'm not sure.
Like when they said they were going to get what was it, Robert Pattinson to do Batman.
Oh, now that's what I was going to ask you. Has anybody seen the new Batman with Robert Pattinson? Now you didn't like it, but I thought he was very good, and that's why. Because Kenny and I have a big debate about this. I thought he was excellent, but Evelyn thought he was really good.
And I fell asleep.
Yeah, I know, but that might be just because you're tired. You're always falling asleep.
But the film wasn't that. If a film is good, I will.
Well, don't ruin it for other people.
No, I'm just saying, in my opinion, if the film was good, I would have stayed awake.
I thought it was really good. I thought the trouble is, I think you're comparing it to Christian Bale's Batman's, and you can't do that. I think this is a totally different Batman.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. I'm always open-minded. There are some things, like I'm always open-minded, but there are some things I'm like, it has to be about their acting and things like that. And don't get me wrong, Robert Pattinson is a great actor. His acting is really, really good. However, for certain roles, I don't think he's built enough. I don't think he is quite right. There are other roles that he's better for than Batman. And I think Batman is a certain type of, like, I didn't like George Clooney as Batman. I didn't like Val Kilmer as
was
Batman.
A terrible one.
I thought Michael Keaton was very good as Batman. And I liked
Pedro Pascal for a nationality. He's a Mandalorian.
Oh, I know the one you mean. Didn't he play
Google
in Aquaman, Aquaman's dad? Isn't that him?
There we go. We're gonna have a little look. I'm terrible with names, you know. It's only when he would be a good Bond. Let's have a little look.
Oh, him. Oh, he's the one that looks like Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, he does look like Burt Reynolds.
Look, he was the one who played in the Kingsman. And I said, oh God, he looks so much like Burt Reynolds.
He's Chilean. Apparently, he's sort of Chilean American, or Chilean American.
He looks like Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, he does look like Burt
so
Reynolds.
like Burt Reynolds.
That's ironic that I said that Burt Reynolds was offered the role.
Yeah, and then you
and
get
then he
him.
was, yeah. Can you do a thing? Can you just Google the new Lego? Because I wanted to check that out for Richard.
New Lego.
Yeah, there's a new Lego. Lego have just produced a new set, and I saw it, and I was meaning to mention it on the live just for Richard, and I forgot.
Oh,
Not legislation. Lego.
all right, calm down. New
Lego set.
sets.
Yeah, we are.
Specific.
Oh, Home Alone. So there's a Home Alone. They are, Richard, a Home Alone one. I'm not sure if that was the one, but there were some new Lego sets coming being launched as well. I saw it and I wanted to say there was a new.
But you don't remember which one it was.
I can't remember. I'll have to double check. It was a. I can't remember which one it was.
Okay.
He's probably got it already, but anyway. So there we are. Pedro Pascal, a possibility for a new Bond.
Yeah. I think in a few years' time, when Timothy Chalamet's a bit more seasoned, I think he would make a good Bond if you could pick any nationality. But I do think that it should be someone from the UK.
So, well, on
But
that
that's just my
aside,
personal opinion.
on that aside, has anybody watched any new films recently? Does anybody want to recommend any films that they've watched recently, or has everybody just been indulging in Christmas movies? We did. So the ones we watched recently, you did see Black Adam. I didn't see Black Adam.
Oh yeah.
What did you think?
Do you know what? It's like the poor cousin of a Marvels or a poor cousin of a DC. That's how I felt when I went to watch it. I just thought it was the poor cousin.
Jamie Dornan.
Yeah, Jamie Dornan.
Who's he? Dornan, sorry. Who's Jamie Dornan?
Look at the smile on my face.
Who's Jamie Dornan?
He's the one who played in 50 Shades. He would make a good Bond. Now that you say it, he has a typical Bond look. He's got that suave type. Yeah, for sure. I can see him as Bond for sure. There he is.
Yeah. Good guy.
He's got that suaveness. Yeah.
There you go.
Like Henry Cavill would be the poor cousin to Jamie Dornan.
Mark, block your ears.
I feel.
So anyway, back to movies recommendations. Black Adam, go ahead.
I felt it was the poor cousin to a DC or Marvels movie.
Okay.
I didn't think it was all that. It wasn't a great origin story, and I'm not sure of what's the Rock's name?
With the Rock. What's his name?
Can
Dwayne
you spell what Dwayne Johnson? Can you spell what the Rock is cooking? I'm not sure of him as a super villain or hero.
So Touche said, "Oh, not really into the newest films. I like the classics. Been watching Xmas films. Well, do you know what? Actually, I've got to say, one of my favorite Christmas films, and I'll ask everybody else as well what their favorite Christmas film. I don't know why, but is Elf. That was on the other day. I love Elf. I don't know why. I just find it so funny. Alyssa, how are you?
Hey, Alyssa. I hope you're well.
You good? All right. We were just talking about films. Naha,
hey,
who's
Naha.
never far behind. How are you? You all right?
Hope you guys are well.
So this is your last week, both of you, before you break up.
Or have you broken up already?
Oh yeah, you might have broken up already. I keep thinking that you're doing this week, but yeah, I'm assuming this week. You watched the new Avengers today. It was a bit boring. I've got to say, we watched Wakanda Forever, and I found it really dull.
I didn't find it dull.
Oh, I found it really boring.
But I just thought do you know what? It's one of them ones. How can you top Chadwick Boseman?
Well, do you know what? I think that was my problem with it. I thought, to me, it was 3 hours long. Hey, Evelyn, you're right.
Hey, Evelyn.
Oh yeah, Alyssa already broken up. Fantastic. So you are off and you are chilling. Like to hear you just did break down to Christmas. We love Mrs. Miracle too. Fantastic. So I've not seen that.
I've not seen the first one.
Oh, and Nahar's broken up as well. So you're both chilling. Look at that, both relaxing.
Living life.
Exactly. You know what I'm
living
saying?
life.
I've not seen Mrs. Miracle 2. No, I was going to say I watched Wakanda Forever. Now I agree with Kelly. it was 3 hours long, and it didn't need to be. It was so dull, and I think it turned out to be one massive ode to Chadwick Boseman, which I thought was nice.
Yeah,
But I thought they could have done that as a short thing at the beginning, and then just carried on the film.
yeah,
So I
and
don't
then
wanna-
maybe at the very end,
I
maybe. But
Don't want to ruin it, so I'm not going to give too many spoilers away. But I mean, like I say, the film is Black Panther, so you'd expect Black Panther to be in it quite a bit. And there's a few cameo roles in there. Martin Freeman's character, I was in there for about 5 minutes. I thought, well, what's the point even having him in it?
maybe to lead on to the next one.
I don't
suppose.
know. I just thought the whole thing was so much like it was them saying, "Oh no, our leader's gone." Obviously, being Chadwick's character, so the Black Panther's gone. But it was so focused around that, and it took so long for them to get in that bit. I really think what they should have done is brought the Black Panther character in or the replacement in a lot sooner in the movie.
The problem is with me, the only person at the moment that I could see that could replace Chadwick Boseman would have been Michael B. Jordan, but unfortunately,
He's killed off in it too.
right.
Um,
So yeah, so that was a real, yeah, it was a real thing. I don't
Mark,
know.
yes, that's right. So Chadwick Boseman, actually, unfortunately, he died. He passed away. Was it last year or the year before? I think it was last year.
Yeah.
So of course he was the main Black Panther character. So they went off and made another Black Panther movie, but of course what they did is they didn't have him in it. They're doing a Lost Boys remake.
I don't know about these remakes.
Oh, I love the Lost Boys. Now, I think I'd be really, really worried that they ruin it, because the Lost Boys was such a good film. Now, Alyssa, I don't think you've ever seen the Lost Boys, but that is one for you guys to watch. You might think, what on earth is this? Because it's very 1980s, before you guys were born. But I love that film as well.
I just feel with all the Ghostbusters nonsense, and then the only good one of all the Ghostbusters remakes was the one with what's his name? I forget his name.
Back in the 1980s, it certainly was.
Role Models.
Oh yeah, with Thor, but that's not a remake. That's actually a sequel.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like they tried to remake it with the girls.
Yeah,
that was the remake
was,
kind of thing,
that was
and it was
terrible.
Yeah,
that was absolutely terrible.
Yeah, I just think that, like, they did a remake of Dirty Dancing, which was so rubbish. I don't even know why they even bothered.
Mark liked it with Melissa McCarthy.
Oh no,
no, it was awful. It was so bad.
It wasn't even funny, unfortunately. I didn't find it funny. So, and I love Melissa McCarthy. I think she's great. But yeah, it didn't. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I gave it 25 minutes, and they were lucky I gave it 25 minutes. After 10 minutes, I thought, this is god awful. I thought it can't be this bad all the way through. I got to 25 minutes, I switched it off. I couldn't watch it.
It was like, but I didn't like Bridesmaids either, which was Melissa McCarthy and the girl that plays. So two of the characters that play in.
Oh, Dan Aykroyd did produce it. I am surprised. I mean, I've got to say, Ghostbusters Afterlife was a good film.
Yeah,
I did really enjoy Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
Afterlife.
I thought it was very good. Yeah.
But that was a sequel to Ghostbusters 2. So it is, and it's set many years afterwards.
Yeah.
Bryce made your favorite. I've never seen it.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I didn't think it was. Yeah, it was any good. But it's a shame, really, because comedies for me are quite difficult, because they have to be really good comedies. Like Role Models, I think is hilarious, and I feel like Role Models, and I always mention it because it's been a very long time then and since that an actual film has made me laugh.
Yeah.
Like it's not that often that something will make me laugh, like really, like belly laughs. Like sometimes you can find things like, yeah, that's funny, but I'm talking about belly laugh where I'm crying and I think it's funny and all of that. And the last film was Role Models.
Sorry. So Tu said, I thought Bridesmaids was going to be amazing. It wasn't. It was such a letdown.
Yeah.
Mark, I think you're on your own there.
Yeah. Do you know what? Especially because it had some big names in it as well.
Alyssa said it's snowing outside. I don't think it is.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Yeah, go look. I can see it from there. It's not. You don't realise that we got a massive window.
Yeah, it's not there. It's not there. And I got a window over there, and it's not there. But yeah, I feel like it makes it difficult. Yeah, it's difficult. With regards
Yeah,
to
that's what Mark
things.
said. It's 15 degrees. I think
Yeah.
I think they're winding us up, Mark.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So
Yeah.
go and have a
At
look at it.
15 degrees and it's snowing. We haven't got the heating on and the house is warm, so I know for sure it is not snowing.
Nahar would probably tell us to do this in August as well. Go on, it is
Yeah,
snowing.
it's
Go and
snowing.
have a
Go
look.
have a look.
No,
I'm like,
dear.
it's not snowing. But yeah, I think, I don't know. I'm always looking for that film that could make me laugh. And it, like I said, it's really difficult. Like my mum is she's very much into character acting, which is a typical, which is what the French like, the mime.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
pardon me, the Mr. Bean, Mrs. Bouquet when she's
Yeah.
falling against
So
the
slapstick.
head. Yeah, it's very, the French are very much into that. My mum thinks it's hilarious when she watches Mr. Bean. She thinks it's hilarious, and I'm just thinking, I don't.
It's okay, but
No,
it is what it
not
is.
funny.
It's that type of comedy which is just slapstick. Someone gets punched around the face and
Yeah, and I think for me, there is a Canadian thing called Just for Laughs, and that's really fun. I think that's hilarious. And again though, it is something that I thought was hilarious when I was younger, not so much now. Like I used to like a lot of comedy when I was younger, and would have been slapstick, so it would have been something like Cannon and Ball and all of that type of stuff. And I used to think that, and I used to sit down watching the video and I would rewind it. And I was only little at the time. I must have been about 5 or something. But I would rewind it and I'd be laughing and slapping my leg, thinking it was so funny and all of that. But yeah, it's difficult now.
Oh, so Mark said his comedies are his favourite. So you do, that's your favourite genre. Touche said, personally, I love kids' films. Have you ever watched Mousetrap? Oh, I was going to say with Lee Evans. That is a long time ago I watched that. That's one of his first films, Mousetrap. I do remember because he did The Fifth Element. He was in it for a very short role. And he also was Something About Mary. I thought he was quite good in that as well. It's quite clever because he plays an American pizza boy who puts on a British accent, but of course he is English.
Yeah.
Mark said, "Have you seen Two Doors Down on BBC Two?"
No.
No. Have you guys ever been to Starbucks? Yes, of course. Now you've seen us been to Starbucks many times.
We've done videos on it.
Now, what's your favorite Starbucks drink? I was going to say because I know you'd. If you're into your Starbucks stuff. No, I haven't seen Two Doors Down on BBC Two. Is it any good?
No.
My favourite underrated BBC comedy was called 15 Stories High, with Sean Locke, who's passed away now. But that's one of the most underrated comedies I've ever seen. Fifth Element, great film. Do you know, I think, what's his name? Chris Tucker is brilliant in that.
Yeah. Hey, Mama.
Yeah.
Mama.
He's so good in that.
The other film that actually another film was The Rush Hours. So the Rush Hours, they made me laugh. I thought they were hilarious. They really made me laugh. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, I do like a lot of Chris Tucker film. Well, I say a lot. There are a couple that I do like. But I haven't watched all of his films. So
Two Doors Down is fantastic. Thank you, Mark. We'll have a look at that. And Touche loves the 80s films. So
yeah,
guys,
me too.
What are your 8 favorite 80s films for those of you who watched it? Do you like 80s films? Is there a favorite of yours?
Yes, I have 2.
Nahar said, I started making the Frappuccino at home. How did you do that? Have you got a specific recipe? Have you guessed a recipe? Have you got one that you've used on YouTube? And which one have you been using as well? So have you been doing it for strawberries and cream? Have you been doing the coffee based one? Be interesting to see.
Mannequin. That's one of my favorites, and the other one of my favorites is Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, that is one of your favorites.
So they're 2 of my favorites. The Mannequin, and both starring Kim Cattrall.
Yeah.
Mannequin and Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh God, I watched Catherine Tate. None. Very poor. I can imagine that was.
A whole film. I mean, don't get me wrong. A little snippet can be quite funny, but to do a whole film on Nan.
Do you know what? You'll find that anything that's done like that. Keith Lemon did a film as well, and again, I started watching bits of that. It was so bad because the thing is, these characters are right in a short sketch, but to do an entire 2-hour film is so difficult. Oh, so now you made it with the milk. Did you use it with ice cream, or did you blend it with the ice as well, like they do? Because I think they blend it with ice and it turns it into like a almost like an ice cream slush.
Never Ending Story, yeah. Labyrinth,
Yeah.
The Goonies.
Oh, the Goonies.
Stand By Me, not really
I
a
like
fan
Stand By
of.
Me.
I don't mind it. I've watched it, but because when you hear about the sad stories in real life that was happening on the film,
Yeah.
it's not for me.
So you blend it with the ice. That's
Yeah.
right. And what flavour did you go for? Did you do strawberry and cream, or did you do the one with your caramel coffee? Yeah, Goonies as well. Lost Boys, definitely one of my favourites. Loved. Watched the new Queer as Folk on Prime, really good. And watched My Policeman with Harry Styles, fantastic.
My Policeman, don't think I've ever heard of it.
He, actual fact, Harry Styles isn't that bad an actor because he was in
The one that everyone's arguing over at the moment.
no, not
about...
that one, not that one. So he was in Dunkirk.
Oh, wow.
And Chris Nolan, who directed Dunkirk, didn't know who Harry Styles was. So everyone said to him, "Oh, you got Harry Styles." He said, "Who's Harry Styles?" He's that guy. And he goes, "I had no idea. I didn't cast Harry Styles. The casting agency cast him.
Oh, wow.
I just thought he was just a regular actor." He just said that I had no idea he was famous. Oh, and I did the caramel one.
Oh, yes, we do have the cups.
Do you guys have those cups, the ones that they have at Starbucks? Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
We've got
we do.
quite a few of those. We've got
Yeah.
the tall ones that they put the frap in. So the plastic ones that are refillable, and we've got
the glass one as
the glass
well.
ones as well. My Policeman is so moving. So we haven't seen that.
Hook, yeah. I used to like Hook. I don't like it so much now, but yeah, Hook.
Even said they're working on a Rush Hour 4.
Ah,
even
I
also-
thought they might do, yeah.
And even mentioned a really good one, which is Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, yeah.
Beverly Hills Cop was one of the classics.
Only one that I don't like of the Beverly Hills Cop is 3. But 1 and 2 I like.
1 and 2 were good.
1 and 2 were really good, but 3 was just like, why?
How many do you have? We've only got 1.
We've got 2. We've got
We've got
plastic.
2?
We've
Oh,
got
let
a
me-
plastic one and a glass
All
one.
right,
You don't
can
have to go and get them.
I'll get one for the half. Only for the half.
Anyway, yeah. So I think that the Beverly Hills Cop, yeah, 1 and 2 were good, but 3 not so good. He also did Metro, which was okay. But of the ones that I like, one of my favorites of the 80s was Trading Places. Hook is on tomorrow night. Wow. Trading Places. I really enjoy Trading Places. I think that's hilarious. And I think what's his name did quite well.
This is for you. There we go.
There you go.
Little Starbucks jumper with the little plastic straw as well. Actually,
That's upside down.
I got it around the wrong way. So the idea is it's got the little rim on it. So when you put it through, we got this in the United States as well. So you can't pull it through. So there we are. That's our little one we got from the US for Starbucks. Where were we? Sorry. So the thing. Oh, can't wait. Please. Can't Stand Back to the Future.
Oh, it's been on 2 days. I was watching it before we came on. I was watching Back to the second part.
Mark. And Tusha says, what time, please, Mark? Well, that's for the what was he talking about?
Back to the Future.
No, he said,
what time? What time is Hook on?
Oh, on Hook on. Oh, I was going to say as well.
That's what she's asking Mark.
Oh, it's been such a long time. Isn't what's his name? Dustin Hoffman, the pirate in that.
In Hook, yeah. Thank you.
Kelly, I like your jumper.
Little
penguins. No, I need to start putting a Christmas jumper on now. We're doing the Christmas bits.
Pretty in Pink. Yeah, Eve loved Pretty in Pink.
It's on at 8 o'clock if you're interested. So tomorrow at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, that Hook, by the way.
Where are you? What are you drinking tonight, Kelly? You're asking.
I was drinking tea. Mark made me a tea in my little dodo cup. You can't see it's a dodo there, but. So if you know anything about Mauritius, this is where the dodos originated from, and they were made extinct because all the pirates ate them. So they became extinct. But yeah, that's the dodo.
The little thing as well. Now, I'm not sure how much we paid for this. I think I paid about $15 for this at the time.
Yeah.
So it's probably about 20 quid now for this little thing as well. But it's also got the little plastic hook on there. So it's actually watertight.
Yeah.
So you can actually have that.
Well, not watertight, but
well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it just keeps it sealed in there. But yeah, that's a little Starbucks little thing.
Yes.
Sorry,
Yeah,
excuse
so
me.
Tushy's saying thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
so
at
8
8
o'clock
o'clock
thing as well.
tomorrow
So,
night.
Mark, going back to the Lost Boys remake, do you know who is in the Lost Boys remake, and are any of the original characters going to be in it, but as different things? Because I remember, so obviously, so Jason Patrick was in it. Unfortunately, it was not Corey Haim. He passed away, didn't he? So he won't be
Yeah,
in it.
Corey Heyman Feldman.
Yeah, and no, Feldman's still alive, but
Yeah, Feldman's still alive, but they were both in it.
Yeah,
Is what I'm saying. Yeah.
No, you have to hand wash it, so it's not dishwasher safe because it's got the plastic rim. But if you took the plastic rim off, you probably could.
Yeah, it should say it on there.
It says do not microwave, recycle glass, cold beverages only. So there,
So I would imagine then no.
Hand wash.
Hand wash
But
only.
you can. I think you can get them in the UK. Those ones. As
Yeah,
well.
they are. Yeah, they are available in the UK.
You said, "Oh, nice mug. Can you get the glasses like that? The Starbucks shop." Yeah, you can. So those ones, you can as well. We've got loads of Starbucks mugs. One of my favorite is the pumpkins, which we showed at Halloween.
Oh yeah.
Close by, actually, otherwise I'd show you. But
I think it's over there.
Yeah, I might grab it actually. This is my favorite mug. Mark said, "No, love Jason Patrick. Oh, they're all different actors."
Oh.
And I did wonder as well. The guy from Bill and Ted's, isn't it? Not what's his name? Keanu Reeves, but the other one as well. He's in it. He was in Lost Boys as well. He did very few films, but that's it. But they did do Bill and Ted's 3, but they're obviously much older. And I do want to watch that.
He retired from acting because he was treated very badly in the industry. So that's why he did only very few films. He was very traumatized. So it took a long time for him to be able to do, again, another sad story. And it took a long time before he could do Bill and Ted 3. That's why he only did very few films.
Now, I said there's a massive spider on our wall, which is jumping.
Oh, it could be my hair.
Yeah, there it is. Look, it's moving.
Yeah, there it is.
Did you like the Little Shop of Horrors, said Mark? Oh, do you know what?
Yes.
I did. I thought that was really good. Oh, Seymour. I thought she was brilliant in it. I didn't realise that she was also in Leon. She plays Natalie Portman's mum in it, or stepmom in it.
Okay.
It's going so. It's massive. I'm sure it's her hair.
Yeah.
It's a jumping hair look. Kelly, it's not your hair.
All right.
Oh, I can't see it.
Well, yeah, right. It's fine.
Let me grab that mug because this is my favourite mug.
Okay, so this is Mark's favourite mug.
I say my favourite mug. Luckily, it's not too far away, so I don't know why, but I really like this one. So it's the Starbucks pumpkin one. Excuse it because I have been using it this morning, but look, there you go. So it's not microwavable or dishwasher safe, unfortunately, but I do really like it. It's quite simple, but it is a little pumpkin.
Yeah.
But it's quite large. You can see that, like I say, I can put both hands around it, and it's quite a base size. Excuse it because I have had a coffee in it. But
because I saw them and I thought, oh, do you know what? I'll get one for each of us. But you seem to be utilizing both of them.
Oh, I do. They're there to be used. Oh, I love a nice cup. Do you know, something about
so many.
We have got loads. I've even got ones that drive Kelly mad. So I've got some of my horror collection. Yes, I'm going to show it. Yes, you look frustrated. Why can't I show my horror mug?
I didn't say you can't show it.
Well, I'm going to. Because it's over here.
Why don't you get the other one next to it as well?
Yeah.
That it's not a horror one, the other one.
This one isn't a horror one. So again, these are ones I bought from the United States, or I got from the United States. So anyone could be nice to have a Friday the 13th Jason Hacky Mask one. There's one of my little ones as well. So you can see there, complete with his little hatchet knife, all bloodied up, as you do, and his little Hacky Mask as well. That's my little one there. And this one as well, which you can't, this one's huge. Mark, show us your horrors.
Yeah.
So this one a horror one, but this is my little Batman one, which again is a massive size. But you can actually get a nice little drink in that. These are a nightmare to wash, by the way, because you can't. Or this one is dishwasher safe. No, hand wash recommended.
Yeah.
But like I said, because of the way the shape is, you can see it's all bent. It's so difficult to wash. But I love my little horror ones. When you have I wanted to bring this one to work while I was in there.
And then leave it there.
Yeah. No. There's nothing wrong with my mugs. See, you won't even let me have my mugs. But I've got some nice ones as well. I've got my little PlayStation one, which you don't like, which is the shape of the PlayStation controller.
The thing is, right?
These are all collectibles, guys. These are collectibles.
The thing is, like, you can't fit them in any cupboard because they take up so much space and all of this type of stuff. And then we had to put them there.
Oh, carry on.
No, you carry on.
I say collectibles.
Yeah, so I just think, oh God, you know, it's just like all there and everything else, and I think, oh.
Ben, if you're watching, yes, please. If there's a Christmas present
no
mugs, yes,
more
please.
junk, no more. Where are you going to put it? What if they accidentally break on purpose?
No, they wouldn't break on purpose, and you wouldn't do that to my stuff. Well, I drink from my Jason Hacky Mask.
He says confidently.
See, and Mark says it's impressive.
Oh, lads.
There you go. Thank you for encouraging me, Mark. I shall definitely carry on with those.
I'm just trying to think. You didn't even bring your other one with the the ball in it.
What was that one?
This right there.
Oh no, that one's that's the Terminator one. We
Yeah.
got that one from
When we were in the park.
Oh, I love that one in the parks.
Yeah.
The T2 one. It's just a picture of the Terminator 2 thing on it, but it's just great. The trouble is, right, we are so bad for this, because what we do, we know our house is cluttered. We know, you don't have to tell us, it's been cluttered for years. But the trouble is, I think I throw away a load of stuff and I think, right, it's down to still clutter, but a lot less clutter. And inevitably, I see something, I thought, I've got to have it. I don't care that it's cluttered. I don't care. I'm having it. You need to get a bigger collection of mugs. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Yes, I do.
I'm thinking, yeah.
And we've got loads around the house as well. Oh, Mark, are you a hoarder? Well, do you know what, though? I wouldn't say you were a hoarder, but I did wonder that when you've got 70 Monopoly sets, because you must have, that must take up a lot of space.
Yeah, I'm like, where are you putting that? I'm like, oh my God.
Just thinking 10 would come up to, or say about 10 of them would probably come up to about here from the floor.
Yeah.
I think that was quite high. So if you've got 70 of them, where do you keep them? You got like a special cupboard for them?
Yeah.
Or do you just keep them around the house?
Like, I don't know where we would put them. We'd have
70.
to build them up there, and they would be like, you'd have like loads there. That's the only place.
Yeah. Or unless we just got a whole cupboard for them and put them in there.
Yeah, but that would be quite good because you could visually see.
Yeah.
But that it would only be in that corner, really.
I collect Beano and Dandy annuals. Got every one of them. Oh my God.
My Lord! Do you know what? I was looking at a Beano and a Dandy one the other day because I thought, oh, that would be quite nice to get one of the boys, and then you just give them an annual every year.
That must be worth quite a bit. Have you got the first editions? Because they must be worth quite a lot. Touche said, Kelly, do you have any Disney mugs?
Do you know what? When we were getting rid of mugs, I got rid of some of my original Disney mugs. My mum's got them. Luckily, we didn't throw them out, but my mum's got them. But I do have a couple of Disney mugs. Mark's got one right there, which I really like.
Yeah, this is one of my favourites.
Yeah, that one's. You might as well bring the Terminator one while you're there.
Here you are.
Okay, so it's got a little happy birthday thing in it, but we can take that out. So I really like this one. I think it's so cute.
So it's the poison apple from Snow White?
From Snow White, yeah. They did a green one a couple of years ago, and I don't know why I didn't get it.
So that is the Terminator one. I really wanted to get this because this ride doesn't exist anymore.
We got this in Universal Studios.
Yeah. So this was in the Universal Studios, and it doesn't exist anymore as a ride.
But it's good because they've got the guns as the face, so you got the gun as the sort of like the mouth, and I don't know if this is bullets as the nose.
Yeah, it is, and then the eyes and the teeth as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that one as well. That's why I wanted to get that one.
Yeah. So
Mark said, "Oh yeah, it's a shame all that's in the cupboard." Got the first Beano, not the Dandy. Got some from the cart boot sale, Xmas sale, jumper sales. Well, I was going to say actually that must be worth a lot. First editions, if it's in good condition. Must be. It's a shame you haven't got the first one for the Dandy as well. I used to get those one years and years ago, but I don't know where they are.
I never bought annuals because I never knew that they were a thing when I was little. You know, my mum wouldn't know about that sort of thing. But there was a girl over the road, and she said, "Oh, do you want some annuals?" And I was just like, oh, okay. And she had like 2 big bags of annuals. And every night I used to read all these annuals, like these the girl annuals and stuff like that. And I read all of them. Every night I'd read a different annual. So I just thought they were really good. But I did think, I don't know of any of the boys in my family, or girls for that matter, whether they would like annuals. Because I did think of Kai, and I just thought that would be nice to get him one every year. Like, but it's a difficult one because you never know how. Like with my nephews, they did read a lot when they were younger, so it was good to give them books and stuff. And I've started sort of giving my other little nephews books. But I never know if parents appreciate when you get their child a book.
Oh, I think they do.
Some don't, and some do.
Yeah,
Like
maybe.
I would appreciate, as long as it's a book that I thought that they might be interested in. And so I'm always one for getting kids books. Only because I do feel it's important to read. And I know we live in a digital age now where kids are very involved in tablets and Switch and, you know, whatever latest game is out and all of that type of stuff. So while they're younger, I tend to get them books and stuff, but I don't know if the kids appreciate it, and I don't know if the parents appreciate that I've got it for the kids. But I would hope that sometimes they read books to them at night. Do you know what I mean? And so that's why I get little books.
Nahar said, "You're here where you should be." Well, that's nice to know.
Ah.
Mark said, "I was a bit ripped in the corner." Obviously, this is the Beano annual.
Yeah.
But when you got it valued, you said it's about £800. Well, that's good, but you
Wow.
don't want to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Not a first edition. Once that's gone, that's gone.
Yeah.
Evelyn said, "I'm loving your mugs, Mark. Thank you, and I will."
She uses them when she's here.
Yeah, exactly. So thanks for your recommendation. I shall be collecting more, but thank you. Now I said, as the carolers are singing, Elisa said it just wasn't the same. A long Christmas day with presents. I'm sure this snow is you two with some like aerial or Purcell stuff just outside our window. Mark said Beano 1939 was in the first edition. Is it as old as that?
Wow.
I thought it was a 60s, 70 things. I didn't realize it was as old as that. Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't realize it was as old as they go. That's been going for quite a minute. 84 editions.
Wow.
So is there anything else that you guys do collect that you would, that you've got piled up high or stuff like this as well? I do love collecting things as well, but the trouble is, it's just not conducive to our house size.
It's just the space of where you're going to put the things that, because we like collecting different things.
Yeah, we do.
So it's just about the space of where you're going to put those things.
Mark collects dust.
Yeah.
We do that too, Mark. We do that very much too as well. We've got a nice collection of dust all over the place as well. Do you know what? I dusted, funny enough, because we do it hosting Christmas, I dusted the other day, and my God, I haven't done it for ages, and it really, really showed.
Yeah, it really needed it.
Oh my word.
You know, that's not fair, because you do dust upstairs, like in between the banisters and things like that. But the windowsill, because I've got a load of pictures on it, we haven't done that for a little while. I think the last time I did it was probably 3. I know I did it in the summer, one day in the summertime.
Yeah.
So, and then I haven't done it since then. And then you came along and then sort of like did it yesterday. So yeah. So, but it's because there's so many pictures on there. But yeah, regularly we do in between the banisters and the windowsills upstairs and stuff. But yeah, we haven't done that for a little while.
Two said old coins in commemorative 50p's. Oh, and £2 coins. They are worth some, actually. They were saying as well, some of them are going on eBay for thousands.
Yeah.
I was shocked how much they're going for. You see, Nahar was lost without you. She was, and Christmas
Lyrics
was cold
to a
and grey. Mark said, I need a cleaner. Oh my God. Tell me about it. We used to have a cleaner, right? And
prior to 2020, we had a cleaner. We've had about two cleaners, 2 different cleaners. So we had one, and she was really, really good. I absolutely loved her. We had her for years. And then she got a new job, and then we found another one. The other one was good, just not as good as first one. And then 2020 hit, and then it was difficult to sort of
Well, yeah, this is the problem, you see, because then of course we went into lockdown. We're thinking, we can't really have someone down in lockdown and stuff like that. And then that was it. Pretty shopping bags and neck scars, says Touche.
Yeah, I've got quite a few shopping bags, I have to say. I picked up a couple when we were in Rochester, and I got Richard one when we were in Rochester as well. Richard
Yeah.
and his mum. And like if I see a nice tote, like I've got a couple of Harry Potter ones, I've got a couple of Minalima ones.
Yeah.
Wherever we go, I try to pick up a bag. So I am quite terrible at that.
This
And then,
one collects a bag everywhere. Oh, I need another tote bag to add to the other 5,000 that are upstairs. Underneath the tree, you are here, where you should be.
yeah. So I was wrapping presents the other night. So we've now got presents that are wrapped underneath the tree.
Oh, or headbands. Madam does collect her headbands.
Yeah.
I've
got some more coming.
Mark said, an aftershave. I used to buy 2 bottles every month. Oh my God.
Do you know what? I'm one for collecting perfume.
Mark, what's your favourite? Have you got any recommendations? So I discovered Penhaligon's quite recently, but it is expensive. So I've only got 1 bottle.
Which one do you like?
Well, I've got the one upstairs. And I forgot what one it is. The Curious of George, though. I wish I got that one.
Was that the stag one or?
Yeah.
Curious of George, I don't know. I thought it was I Am Sam. No, is that the one that you've got?
Yeah, I Am Sam. I'm Mr. Sam. Mr. Sam.
Oh, Mr. Sam.
Yeah.
And then Curious?
Something Curious George or something. I can't remember. It's the one with the stag head.
They're really weird names and all of this. I'm just like, oh my God.
Oh my God, Tush, you collect a load of stuff. So you've got we've got neck scarves, we've got headbands, we've got key rings, magnets.
We've got magnets.
Oh yeah, we've got
magnets all over our fridge.
Our fridge is littered with those magnets. It really, really is.
Yeah, everywhere I go, I get us a couple of magnets. So we've got some from Vegas, we've got some from Florida, Brussels, Paris, Lanzarote.
Mark said opium is your favourite, and then June by Dior.
You know what? My mum loved opium when she used to wear perfume and stuff. She hasn't worn it for a few years. And then I remember one year I got it for her because she used to love it. But now she loves Chanel. She likes the Allure. The Allure is nice though. And I remember I went when I was in America. I goes, oh yeah, have you got any Chanel Allure? And she's like, Allure? Oh, Allure. You mean Allure? And I was, yeah, Allure.
Yeah, a different pronunciation.
Allure, right? No, you mean Allure. Yeah, we got that.
Yeah, that.
I was like, okay.
But no, I do. Mark also said I love clutter, but Rob doesn't, so we tend to argue a lot. We've had loads of arguments clearing up.
Why are you pointing to me about clutter?
Because we've had loads of arguments clearing up.
Yeah.
Said, Kelly, do under this. Go and clean this up. Right. And about 3 days later, nothing has happened. So I end up, poor Mark has got to do all the work. Où est le café? Says Elisa. Sauvage is the best selling ever. Is it real? Do you know what? I do like Sauvage. I do like Sauvage.
You've got Sauvage. I've got quite a few.
Yeah, I've got quite a few of those as well.
You've got Sauvage. I think you've got K by Dolce & Gabbana. You've got Tom Ford.
Yeah, I do. Tom Ford's my favourite. So Ode Wood is my favourite by Tom Ford. That is my absolute favourite one.
And then you had a couple of others from Tom Ford though as well.
J'adore le café, says Neha.
Yeah, there was a couple of others that you've got. You've got quite a few aftershaves though.
Yeah, I do actually. But with me, they tend to last for ages. I get them and they last for absolutely ages.
Because you've got the Dior. Is it Dior Sport that you like?
Yes. I do like the Dior Sport.
Yeah.
Go on, you have to translate in some of these French words. Pour moi j'aime les jus d'orange.
She likes orange juice.
Love, isn't it? Is it j'aime? Is it I like?
Yeah, I like.
Oh, Rob likes Tom Ford. So that's my favourite one, Mark, is Ode Wood. Can you translate that?
I'm not translating anymore, so let's go on.
All right. She's not doing any more translations. No, that's my favourite Ode Wood. O-U-D and Woods. That's my favourite one. I don't know why. That is so nice. We were we were going on holiday sometime, and I think it was there. It was at the duty free, and I thought, and it was reduced from 200 to 125, and I thought it's now or never. So I'm so glad I got it.
No, there was one time you didn't get it, and then you regretted that you didn't get it. You do that every year. But you see something I got
it. Smoking Woody, yeah, that's my ones. But you prefer citrus and fresh. So if you like citrus, you'll love Dior Sport. Sport is very citrusy.
like for me, I like anything that normally anything that's sandalwood based. So I quite like a lot of sandalwood
you would love
based.
Terre Hermes. Is amazing. I shall try that. I shall try and sample that.
Hermes, yeah,
Hermes, sorry.
I've got Hermes as well. I can't remember which one. Bye, Alyssa.
Oh, bye,
I will.
Alyssa.
She's tired. I
Oh,
will
okay.
see you next time.
Look after yourself. Bye. What I was going to say, actually, we have been going for nearly 2 hours. I'm going to say, I think, guys, we will end it there purely because 8 o'clock, I've got to phone the folks.
Yeah, and I've got a couple of things to do. I've also, do you know what? Last night I did honey mustard. I did. So I
go
did.
on, listen to this.
So do you know what? Yes, I was like, oh, what am I going to cook for dinner? Right? We haven't got any. Like we've got food in the fridge, but not accompaniments to go with whatever it is, like with the main dish. And I was like, oh my god, I'm hungry. Like, what am I going to have? You ended up making an omelette anyway, and so I thought, oh, do you know what? I'm going to make sausage and mash. So as I was making the sausage and mash, I thought, oh, do you know what? I'm going to do an onion gravy as well. But while I was making the mash, I thought, do you know what? I'm going to do honey mustard mash. So I did honey mustard mash, and then I caramelized my onions, and then I made my gravy, sort of like flavored up the gravy with the onions and everything else. So I had caramelized onion sausages, honey mustard mash, and an onion gravy, and it was delicious.
It was really
so good. It was so good. And I've got some mash left over, so
there you go.
I possibly may have that.
You might try a little bit of that. Anyway,
Yeah.
so Mark said, I love sandalwood for breeze. I have to try that. I didn't know they did a sandalwood.
Oh, I didn't know they did.
I really love those sort of woody flavors. Tanika, I've just missed the most thing. Yes, I just saw it pop up, so I'm just saying hi and hope you have a great Christmas. I'll definitely be in your next live though.
Oh,
Tanika.
You.
Oh, you've had Chinese. You just had to look at this. Everyone's having nice food. Well, guys, listen, we are going to leave it there, but thank you so much for joining today's live. Tanika, sorry we missed you, but we will be back on Friday at 6 p.m. UK time. We will only be doing a short one, unfortunately, on Friday because we've got loads to prep for Christmas.
We're going to really try, but I think Friday might not be possible, only because your parents get here on.
They do, but they're going to my brother's, and I told you this 10 times. So we will see you at 6 o'clock UK time. We will only be doing a short one as well, but we will be back. Like I said, we'll be back today, and that will be our last one before Christmas.
Yes, your brother is going to be back, but he's going to be back before 6. That's all I'm saying.
All right, well, we will. So, we'll let you know. Actually, do leave a message this time. So
I'll try and leave a message on the community board.
Oh,
Sometimes I forget.
Sorry you've been run down with work, Tanika. I hope you're okay.
But you know what? Better to have lots of work than no work.
And I'm glad everything's okay. And I'm glad you got that new job.
But I hope you're enjoying it.
Lovely to see you all, guys, again. Take care. Look after yourselves. And remember, we are never too old to have fun. We will see you on Friday at some point. And we will let you know. Until then, take care. And we will see you on Friday.
And remember, you're never too old to have fun.
Bye for now.
Bye for now. And Merry Christmas if we don't see you before Christmas.